I think we are live. Let's try testing and let's try seeing. Everyone, we will wait for a couple of minutes before starting. Okay, just give us a couple of minutes. Please let us know if we are audible from your comment sections and other things. Please let us know if you can watch us. Let's see. Please let us know if I'm audible. Nisa and Vaishnu, please confirm if I'm audible to you people. Yeah, cool.
Hey, you're audible.
Cool. Yeah, sorry for the late, guys. I was in temple. I just rushed back from temple and I started this live session. So I'm just setting my things up. Give me couple of minutes, and we will wait for also 3 to 5 minutes before so that everyone can join, and then we will start. Please introduce yourself till that time, and let's see. Yeah, those who have joined from LinkedIn, can we just confirm? Yes, I think LinkedIn is audible. Those who have joined from YouTube, please confirm if I'm audible. We will check Nisa and Vaishnavi mic. Nisa, will you try speaking?
Am I audible?
So we can
Am I
confirm.
audible? Am I audible?
Nisa or Vaishnavi, anyone, will you please speak? We will just confirm it is working or not.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm able to
speaking.
hear Nisha,
Okay.
and I hope you're able to hear me.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
able to. I'm able to hear you. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool. We will wait for 2 minutes more, and then we will start. Okay. Yeah, hey everyone, please introduce yourself. Until we start, we are waiting for 2 or 3 minutes. We will start at 8:35. Okay. I think we are ready. We will start. Hey everyone, welcome back to the next sessions. That is the second session of Back to Career Initiatives. And I'm thankful for Nisa and Vaishnavi for their precious times. And I'm thankful to you people for joining these sessions. We will start shortly. So this is the sessions, as we have already mentioned, that we will be doing our practice and we will try to learn Windows functions. I hope everyone is clear. Okay, this sessions is related to Windows functions and practicing Windows functions. Okay, can anyone tell me what Windows function is? Before we start, please try to type your answer in comment sections. We will try to check your questions. So Nisa and Vaishnavi are constantly watching your comments. So if you have any questions, try to just ask the questions. We will try to take your questions in your Q&A sessions. And will you please let us know if you know what is Windows functions? So what Windows function actually mean? Okay, and we will start. Let me try sharing my screen. Please let me know. We will start by going briefly over the Windows functions. Then we will try to solve some of the questions lively, and we will try to make you understand how to solve questions in an interview and how to solve it. And one thing, remember, you are not going to just sit. Those who have joined using mobile, kindly drop your mobile or join using your laptop, or even if you have joined through mobile, have copy and pen ready with you. You have to solve questions with us. Okay, we will give you some time to solve some questions. It's like we will be also solving questions, we will also give time to you for solving the questions. Okay, it's not like that I will be solving the questions and you will just keep watching me. That will not, never ever benefit you. Okay, you have to solve your questions. Okay, so what we will do, we will present the question to you, we will try to describe the meaning of that particular questions, and then we will give you some time and you come up with some solution, and then we will also show our solution. And we expect everyone to solve that particular question, and we are also selecting persons who are active in that, and whose answers are really good. And we have already mentioned that once our initiatives in after 2.5 months, we will try to select those persons, and we will try to post on our LinkedIn channels, and we will reach the recruiters by ourselves for their jobs. So okay, so you have to solve the questions, and you have to paste it your answer in your comment sections. Okay, no worry if it is wrong, no need of worry. Okay, what you can do, you can keep trying it. Here we are not here to master the concept. Here we are here to um, go for failure. Okay, go for failure, fail and learn from it. That I hope everything is clear to everyone. Please let me know in the comment section that you are clear. The first thing is that you have to watch and you have to understand PPT very clearly. If you are having any questions, just stop me there itself. We will please ask the questions in comment sections. We will try to answer. Once that after PPT, there will be one question and answer sessions. That is over. After that, we will share screen and we will try solving at least 10 questions. Okay, we will try solving at least 10 questions, and then we will go for the things. I hope you are clear. Cool. So keep your laptop ready, and if you have joined from phone, keep your mobile handy, and keep one a notebook and on one pen with you. Cool. Yeah, so Palvi just commented, Windows functions are kind of ranking and aggregate functions. You are correct, Palvi. Perfect. Let's try to share my screen. Nisha, please let me know if Nisha or Vaishnav, please let me know if you can see my screen.
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So we will start with very theoretical concepts and from very fundamental things, but we will not waste a lot of time in just to understand theoretical concept. Okay, we will just give 10 to 15 minutes. Even we will try to keep it short, and then we will move for discussion and practice. Okay, so some of you might have already knowing Windows functions, and some just now Palvi commented. Okay, so what is Windows function? First, I would like you to open one conversations. So one most of my interesting problems that I solved from last 4 years are actually somewhere when I am solving some complex problem, always there will be some Windows functions. Okay, because why I am able to solve some complex problems, because I have clear cut understanding how Windows functions work. So I have refactored a code and refactored many code actually. So there was lines of code, it was very long code, and it was very hard to understand. But that same amount of code can be written using CT and Windows functions. Uh, so that is the things. And some days back, I commented on LinkedIn that given a chance, if I have to learn only one concept for my data engineering, I will learn Windows function. Okay, that is the importance of Windows function. It is so powerful. If you really understand this concept, you will able to solve most of your problems related to analytical field. So a person working on data analytics domain, a person working in a data engineering domain, or a person working in a data science domain, it is helpful to all three domains. Cool, I hope this is clear to everyone. Cool. So let's start by the next. Let me move to next slide. So we are going to cover four things. The first thing is what are Windows functions, type of Windows functions, the prerequisite of learning Windows function in SQL. I will help you to understand what are the steps that you should that you should know to learn Windows function. And the fourth thing is conclusion. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. So uh, let me move to the next slide. So what are Windows functions? The first thing you have to understand that Windows functions are nothing fancy. It's a way to create one value in front of one particular row in SQL. What does that mean? That given is rows, if you want to create one more columns in front of that thing, you can create using Windows functions. So try reading this sentence. Windows functions operate on group of rows like frame or partitions and return a single value for every input row. So what does this mean? That let's suppose you are having 5 columns. You can apply Windows functions like rank, dense rank, and you can create one more columns. Okay, we will go through it. What does rank and what does dense rank actually mean? But first now, for now, just understand that what window function will do. Let's suppose I am having 4 columns. It can add one more columns. Okay, so it operates on group of rows. Group of rows can be single rows also, and return a single value for every input row. So for every row, there will be one value, uh, which will be created after applying our Windows function. So most of the SQL support 3 kinds of Windows function. There are certain SQL or the databases which do supports more than 3 kinds of Windows functions. But in data engineering and data analysis work, there are mainly 3 kinds of Windows function which are very much important. Okay, let me move to the next slide. Okay, I think this is just the example that we have given. We will move through it. So Windows functions are often used to calculate running totals or cumulative aggregates, rank or row numbering, or perform advanced analytical operations on data sets. Uh, we will go through each and everything. So what does row numbering actually means? Row numbering means, let's suppose you are having some sets of columns and rows in your database. You want to create certain sequence like 1, 2, 3, 4 in front of all those rows. So what you will do, you will apply row number. And let's suppose you have applied partition by on class. Okay, so let's suppose we are having one data of one particular school. Okay, so in every school there will be classes like class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5, right? So let's suppose what we have done, we have partitioned our data based on class. Okay, and then we have applied row number. What row number will do, it will go to that particular class, like for class 1, and it will start adding one value. Like for class 1, if let's suppose class 1 has 30 students, so it will add 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 till 30. Then it will go to class 2. Let's suppose class 2 has 15 students, so it will add 1 to 15. Let's suppose it will go to class 3, and class 3 has 60 students. What it will do, it will add value from 1 to 60. So I hope you are clear from row number perspective. So I have just given one example, one Windows function, that is row number. So let's move to next function. Okay, so I've already mentioned there are 3 kinds of ranking functions. The first the sorry 3 kinds of Windows function. The first is ranking function, the second is analytical function, and third is aggregate functions. We will go in each type individually. Okay, let's go to ranking function. In ranking functions, there are many ranking functions, but there 3 are very much important and 3 are very much used in industry. Okay, so the thing is that the first ranking function is row number that we have just discussed. The second ranking function is rank. So what does rank actually mean? So let's suppose you want to give rank to, let's suppose you have the same data of one particular school. Okay, and you want to give rank to the person uh, who is done extraordinary in the class, or those who have scored better. So what we will do, we will apply rank functions, and then in rank functions we will apply rank function and do partition on class. So it will have 1, and let's suppose in class 1 there is 2 students whose numbers are same. After their exam their number is same. Out of 500 they have scored 450. Okay, and they are the topper. So let's suppose there is 2 students. What it will do, it will give one value, 1 and 1, and after giving this particular value to the topper, the first topper, For going to the second topper, it will give 3 instead of 2. Okay, so numbering will start from 1, 1 and 3, and it will go to 4. And let's suppose the same number of person who have scored 4, it will have 4 and 4, and it will skip 5 and it will have 6. So this is the work of rank. The difference between rank and dense rank is that in dense rank the numbering will be something like 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 and 3. We will understand. If you are not able to understand, we will, when we solve our problems, when we solve some practical problem, you will able to understand. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, and I'm not watching the screen, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section. Okay, let me move to analytical functions. So analytical functions, there are many analytical functions actually, but one can understand by 3 example: lead, lag and cumulative distance. Okay, these are very much used in data engineering and data analytics or any data science field. And always remember that you might encounter this problem in interview. This is one of the most asked questions in interview. If you are going for any data engineering or data analytics interview, if there is one SQL round, always keep in the mind there will be questions like find the second highest number, find the third highest number. So these all questions involve Windows function. This is the most asked questions. Okay, so in analytical functions there are lead, lag and cumulative distance. We will try to understand this lead, lag and cumulative distance by giving examples. So I'm not going in the theory. You can just watch this particular content and we will try to understand each and everything when we go for example. Okay, so I'm just skipping this for now because I have already planned sets of questions on that and we will try to understand. Okay, let's move to aggregations function. This is the very easy example, right? This is a very easy Windows function like average, max, mean, count, sum. So this everyone understand. These are also Windows functions. Cool. Okay. So let's try to understand what is the prerequisite of learning Windows function in SQL. So according to me, the first thing that one should understand for learning Windows function is to understand how group by actually mean. If you don't understand how group by mean in SQL, you will never understand how Windows function actually means. You will always get confused that you should apply Windows function or you should apply what you call you should apply Windows function or you should apply group by. Okay, so one should understand how Windows functions work. If you do understand how Windows functions work, you will able to you will able to understand how, sorry, if you understand how Windows function group by work, you will able to understand how Windows function work. Okay, okay, so this the same thing that I have mentioned in my PPT. You will need to know aggregate functions with group by before understanding Windows function. If you don't understand how group by work in SQL, you will never understand window function. I hope this is clear. Okay, so for learning Windows function, the first thing is to understand the meaning of applying group by, learn about the work of over. So Nisa will be making you understand what does over actually means when we go through examples. So the first thing you have to understand how group by work. The second thing that you have to understand how over work with partition, and you have to understand the meaning of preceding and following. Okay, we will go through each and everything by with one example. Okay, and the third thing is that you should be clear about the difference between group by and Windows functions. I hope this is clear to everyone. So this is more about theory. We will move to the practical aspect of that. Okay, and this is the teams. So Sai is helping us to create this PPT and the videos that you might have seen in that we have posted in our group, and I've also posted on LinkedIn. And this is our teams. I am presenting these things and I'm leading it. And we have mentors Nisa and Vaishnavi, and then we have Sai. Okay, let me theory is over. Let's move to the Q&A session. We will try to take 1 and 2 questions, and then what we will do, we will move to the practical aspect of that. Okay, let me stop my screen. Cool. If there is any questions, I know I have moved fast because I don't want to cover very theoretically. Okay, and we will try to solve questions. That is the motto of this session. So please let us know if you have any question. Nisa, is there any questions in comment sections? If you can help me
No, no questions I can
for
see.
now.
Actually, I think we can probably take an example and go over
Yeah. So
the.
let me
So,
share. Yeah, Vaishnavi, please go ahead.
okay. So I think I'll start with the rank, tense rank, and row number because I've seen that a lot. Give me a second. Trying to share my screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your
Yes.
screen.
Okay. So I've taken a very small data set, right? What we have right now is employee ID, department, date of joining, and the salary. Okay. Um, if you have any questions, you can just post that on the YouTube and I can take that up. So I'll just start by explaining what we're trying to do here. Okay. So supposing, say, I want to have, I want to rank everything. This is my a subset of my data, and I want to sort of want to have a rank of all the salaries that we have and a count of everything, right? I want a count associated with each row based on the descending order of salary. That is, I want to see highest salary to the lowest salary of all of my employees, right? So let's assume that we take this statement, right? So you select employee ID, department, joining date, salary, and the first thing that I want to do is I just want to have a count associated with it. That is, where does this row stand, right? So let me just largest to smallest, I'll just rank this. So this is what we have. Okay. So I want my query will look like I want to find the row number. Okay. Row number, row number over salary descending. This is important. Okay. So I've arranged it in descending order just to show you that. Okay. So the salary is in descending order and I want to find the where does the salary stand in my data set, right? The count. So my row number will just look like 1 and sorry. It will look like this, right? So my first highest salary is row number 1. From there it goes till 4,000. So there's notice that there is 6,000, 6,000, 5,000, 5,000, sorry, 60,000, 60,000, 50,000, and 40,000 repeating, right? So 1 through 7, this is your row number. But what about rank? If you know about rank, it is when you have the same values, right? That will be the same rank, right? So my rank will look like this. My rank of 90,000 will be 1. This will be 2. But 60,000 again, so that will be the same rank, right? And now, as you can see, I'll do the same thing for dense rank also. So 1, same thing 2, because 60,000, and 2 again. Rank, I'll skip a number. Already hit my 3 with this for rank. So this will become 4, right? But on the other hand, dense rank, this will become 3. I'm just going to say this again, right? Because the difference between rank and dense rank is important in interviews. So let's go over row number again. Row number is just count of everything, 90,000 through 40,000. You have these range of salaries and you're assigning a count to each of these. So 1 through 7, right? Rank, on the other hand, my 90,000 is rank 1. Dense rank is 1 again. 60,000 and 60,000 is repeating twice. So that will have a rank associated with 2, right? 50,000, which is my fourth value, will be 4 in rank and 3 in dense rank. Because dense rank does not skip the rank, but rank skips one rank, right? So I'll move on from this. So this will be 50,000 will again be 4, and this will be 3, right? And now 40,000 is a different value, right? Two repeating values we've covered. So this, so over what a partition is, right? Supposing I want to find I don't want to look at the whole data. I don't want all the employees, but I want employees under each department, because I only care about, let's say I only care about my department, right? And I want to only look at the subset of data within my department. So let me just arrange this in that order, right? So finance and finance, HR, IT. These are the three brackets that we'll be considering. So finance is one partition, HR is one partition, and IT is the other partition. So our query changes a bit here, right? So it will be not just order by salary descending, it will also be partition by the department, DEPT. So all of these intricacies, Nisha will go over that in the following, the problems that she'll be taking. I'll just cover this partition part for this specific problem alone, right? So you have this subset, three subsets in partitions, and under that I'll have to arrange that in descending order. So for 50,000, 40,000, that looks good. 90,000 for HR looks good. This is again 60,000, 60,000, 50,000, and 40,000. Under each department, it is arranged in descending order, right? So now let's look at row number, dense rank, and rank, right? So finance department alone, row number will be 1 and 2, looks good. Again, 1 and 2 rank, it's pretty straightforward, right? Now HR department, that will just be 1, because you are partitioning. So every partition, your count gets reset. Your row number, rank, and dense rank gets reset, right? That is why I'm associating 1 and 2 for this department alone and 1 for HR alone, because that's just one record there, right? Now let's look at this subset. This is where it gets interesting, right? So you have two repeating values for salary, right? 160,000, two 60,000s, 150,000, and 140,000, right? How do we rank under these in the same partition of IT, right? So now my row number will just be count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is pretty straightforward, right? Rank, on the other hand, will be 1 and 1, because 60,000 is repeating. Dense rank will also be 1 and 1. And your 50,000 will be 3, because we're skipping that second value, right? 3 and then 4. And what about dense rank? Dense rank, we are not skipping anything. So this will be ranked as 2 and this will be ranked as 3. So this is on this specific problem. We've covered row number, rank, dense rank, and we've also covered partition, right? So this is how your query will look. You'll have select employee ID, department, joining date, salary. Row number, you can change the row number with rank, dense rank, creates a separate column, right? And then you say either just order by, if you don't want to partition your data based on a column, I partitioned it by department, right? If you don't want to do that, you can just say order by salary descending and then assign an alias to that. Otherwise, you can say I want to partition by department and I want to know the count under each. So yeah, this is from my end.
Yeah, thanks, Vasu. This was really good with great example, and I think everyone will be clear now. Okay, Nisa, will you like to take this the questions now by sharing your screen? Well, I let people please let us know if you are able to understand what Vaishnav was just trying to explain by very simple example, and she was trying to show each and every value of all three functions. Please let us know in your comment sections. Yeah, I think we are getting good response. I think people are able to understand.
Is my
Good.
screen
Let
visible?
me just share the screen again. Yeah. Yeah, Sarvani said clear. Circula said clear. Yeah, well, cool. Then Isa, move to your website. Yeah, I will be looking through the questions. Don't worry about it. Just
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
So like this is the like Vaishnavi and Ankur have already
Nisa, I
explained
think
the.
we can't hear you. Vaishnavi, will you please
Okay.
confirm?
I am able to hear Nisha.
Is
People,
everyone
other
able to
people,
hear
will
me?
you please
Yeah.
let us know if you are able to hear Nisa?
Is the audience able to hear? Can you just put a message on YouTube, the chat? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So maybe I can
Yeah.
start.
Okay. Then please go ahead. Please let me know. I'm not able to hear Nisa, but please once Nisa finishes, please let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
So just want to confirm
Yeah.
from you, Vaishnavi, is
Please
my
please
screen
proceed.
visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible, Nisha.
Okay. Okay. So as Vaishnavi and Ankur already explained about the concept, so I won't go much deep. Just to start, like this is the website that you would like to go. So this is www.windowfunctions.com. So we would like to ask all of you to go to this website and follow along with me. So the first thing will be this questions part, and here is the first section, that is intro sections, right? So here is the first thing about the group by and having clause. So I will not go much deep, but just to give a basic overview what that means and how the response is getting executed. So suppose this is my table of runners, right? And I wanted to consider a query where we wanted to find the average weight of the runners grouped by country. So that means we are interested in finding the average weight, but we wanted to find the average weight for a particular country group. That means here, if you see in the data set, we have three different groups of country. One is UK, second is France, and third is Germany. So what that means, we wanted to find the average weight for this particular group, for this particular group of France, and then for Germany. So when my final output will be getting by using the group by clause and putting the aggregation as average, I will get three different response. Why? Because I have three different country values in my column. So that's why you see for the UK, it will be calculated as 50 plus 100 by 2, that is 75. Similarly, we will get one row of value for a particular country column. So that is how internally group by clause getting executed. So before going into the question, we can go, because this video is about the window function. So we will go to the over clause. And if you have any question, just keep putting on the comment section and we will definitely address that after we cover this particular topic. Okay. So this is the over clause here. So as I already explained by Ankur, like what is the window function, right? So window function is whenever we want to perform any analytical function or maybe any aggregation function, we do need to specify the set of range over which to apply that particular window function. So for applying those window conditions, we use this over clause. So whenever you see any of the rank, dense rank, or any other window function, you will see this over clause there, because inside this over clause we specify the condition, like how to apply that aggregation, right? Other than this, we have this partition by. So consider this similar to group by clause. As you seen in the previous example, we are applying group by over country and then we are applying the aggregations. But here, this partition by is limited to in the over clause. So here, if I wanted to apply the partition, means grouping on the same column, that is country, but now we want to find the average of the weight. So instead of showing only three different rows here in the output, we are getting the entire input data set of 6 rows, but here we are getting the average weight across a country. For example, here for UK, the actual average weight was 50. Then for another Bob name, it is 75. Don't go into the execution part. I'm just showing you like how this overclose and partition by work. So for getting the output, partition by will take the set of input as a particular country and then apply the window condition. So that is the meaning of partition by, thinking of it as grouping only, right? Nothing different. Then comes this preceding and following concept. So here, inside the window function, there comes this concept if you want to limit the scope of input, right? For example, maybe any use cases where you only are interested in execution for a particular function. Say if you wanted to say, I wanted to calculate for every input one row above the current row and one row below the current row. For example, if I show you like what this condition is doing, we are specifying we want to find minimum of the weight over order by name rows between one preceding and one following. So for example, what that mean? So if I wanted to calculate for Andy, it will take into consideration one row above it, which does not exist, current row, and one row below it. So for calculating the minimum, it will take null, comma 50, comma 100, which will be 50, right? Similarly for Bob, it will take current row, one row above it, one row below it. So what would be the minimum? 50, comma 100, comma 50. It would be again 50. Similarly for Eric, it will take current row, one row above it, one row below it. That is 70, comma 70. It will be again 70. So that means using this particular conditions of preceding and following, we are able to limit the scope of the input search, right? So for example, here in this example, in order to calculate the minimum sum, other than going through entire input, we are limited the scope to only particular set of rows, right? So this particular one, it can be replaced with any nth number. If you want, you can do it like 2, 3, 4, any number. Similarly, if there is a requirement, like you don't want to limit it, you just want to say current row, any row above it, every row below it. So for that, you would use unbounded proceeding and unbounded following. So what that mean? In order to calculate the minimum, it will take current row, all the row above it, and all the row below it. That means no boundations of the scope, right? So that is the meaning of this concept. Even if this concept is not clear, we have four different questions where we are going to apply the same concept where it will get more clearer. So Vaishnavi Ankur, should I proceed with the questions part, or is there any questions we like to address from the comment section?
Ye- for now, I think you are clear.
Okay.
We can proceed.
Okay.
No,
So
somebody has asked, is preceding and following are similar to, somebody has asked, is preceding and followings are similar to lead and lag?
no, no, no. So that is different. So lead and lag are more like a window functions, which we are going to cover today. Preceding and following are used with, like here in this example, I wanted to find this aggregation over a particular window condition, right? And here, if I don't specify this rows between one preceding, if I'm ignoring this line, what it will do for calculating the minimum weight, it will take the name as a condition. For example, for Bob, it will take 50 comma 100. For Cedric, all the row above it and the current row. So in case we are not interested in all the row above it and we wanted to limit it the scope to get the minimum for a particular range of inputs, so that way we can use this rows between one preceding and one following. Is that clear, or Anku, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, I think people will be clear now. Uh,
Okay.
okay. Let's move to the questions. Before moving to the over questions,
Mhm.
let me cover the intro questions, normal group by questions, and you can take your time, and
Okay.
then you can move through the over
Let me
questions.
stop my screen sharing now.
Let me try sharing my screen. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Cool. So I hope everybody has opened this particular website and solving questions by themselves. They are not simply watching us. Okay. Let me move to the first questions. Okay. So this is already explained. Let me move to the first question. So the let's move to the first question. The first question has one table. Okay. And what is the table? Table has certain columns. There are actually 5 columns. You can see from my screen. It has name, breed, weight, color, and age. And this table contains information about one of the animal, that is cats. Okay, so those who are cats lover, they might be little happy. So this is about cats. Okay, so yeah, this table contains information about cats, and it has 5 columns: name, breed, weight, color, and age. I hope I am clear. I am clear. Nisha and Rashni, please let me know if I am audible. Okay. Cool. Uh, please let me know if I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Cool. So let's start. So the first question is, I'm not still not able to check if I'm audible or not. Vaishnavi, if you can say, I'm not able to hear Nisa. Vaishnavi, if you can just let me know. Yeah, I think okay. Cool. Cool. So the first question is, given a set of data which contains information about cat, which has 5 columns, you have to find you need to find the total weight of cats grouped by age. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to find the total weight of cats grouped by age. So this is very simple, right? What we will do? We will just write select star from cats, and we will group by age. What this will do, it will just group by my data based on age. Let's suppose some cats has is 5 years of old, right? So all 5 years of old cats will come into one group. Some cats has 10 years of they are 10 years old, so they will come into another group, right? I hope this is clear. Then it is saying, but only return those group with a total weight larger than 12. Okay, so you have to understand that once we apply group by functions, so and after applying filter on group by, we have to use having clause. Okay, so we have just applied having clause, and they said that with a total weight greater than 12, it means that sum of weight, right? WEIGST as or should be greater than 12. This is fine. And in desired output, we need age and total weight. Okay, so I will just write age, comma, sum of weight as total weight. Okay, and we will just try running it. If it is wrong, it will just show red. If it is correct, it will just show right. It's a wrong. Okay, why? Because we have to order by also, because we missed by order by, right? It is saying that we have to return age and sum of weight, and then you have to return by ordering the data. So let me apply order by age. Okay, I think everyone is able to do it. Please paste your answer in the comment sections. Okay, if you are on career break, we highly recommend you to share your answer in the comment sections if you are solving it, because we will select the person who is actually solving it. Cool. Let me move to next question, and for question we will wait now. I will not directly jump to the answer. Okay, so this is already explained by you. Let me move to the question. Okay. Okay, is this just 1 minute? Learn offer. Okay, so I will just explain the question to you, and the answer will be shown by Nisa. Okay, and before that, we will wait for 2 to 3 minutes, and you have to try with yourself. So, what is the second question? The second question is also about the same data set, the data set of cats. Okay, and it has 5 columns: name, breed, weight, color, and age. And what we have to find? We have to find the cat must be ordered by name and will enter an elevator one by one. So these cats are very much disciplined, or we are learning, we are teaching them discipline. Discipline. Okay, so I'm sorry. So what we have to do? We have to order by cats by their name, and they have to enter elevator one by one. Okay, and we would like to know what is the running total weight is. So let's suppose there is one cat. Okay, so the one cat has to enter into elevator one by one, and once one cat enter into elevator, we will try to know the weight. Okay, so let's suppose the first cat enter. Okay, the first cat entered, and the weight was 5.5, and the next cat entered. The weight was the next cat weight was 2. So what will be the running total now? Running total by running sum will be 5.5 plus 2, right? So running total will be 7.5. Now let's suppose next cat enter, and her weight is 3 kg. So the running weight will be 7.5 plus 3. Okay, so that will be 10.5, right? I hope you are clear. So we have to find the running total, and every cat has to enter one by one. I hope this is clear, and we will give you 2 minutes, and then Nisa will try to explain answer of that. Okay, let's see if someone can solve it, and we will wait for 2 minutes. 9:15. Perfect. Let's wait. Nisa, till then, can you share your screen and proceed? Don't write the answer, just share your screen. Somebody also commented. Thank you for trying. Cool. I think you people have tried. Now Nisa will explain this answer to you. Yeah, Nisa, please go ahead.
Okay. So as the question has already been explained, so now let's jump to the solution part. So here, as you see, we wanted to find the running total weight, right? And there is a condition given, like there is a cat ordered by name. So that is giving us some condition, like we are interested in finding the total weight if the cat are ordered by name. So suppose if there are 10 cats and each cat are ordered alphabetically and cats are entering one by one, right? So now we wanted to find the total weight of the cats, right? So for that, first thing that comes to my mind is the desired output. This is the table schema and this is the desired output, right? So with the total weight, there comes a thing in my mind, like I wanted to perform name and I wanted to do some kind of aggregation, right? So this would be the first thing that comes to my mind. I wanted to perform this operation, right? Let's try to execute this. Now you see we get an error because we are trying to perform an aggregation, but we haven't specified any window. So this SQL query doesn't know how to perform this aggregation over which set of input, right? So in order to perform this sum aggregation, we will specify this over clause. Because we already mentioned this over clause is used to specify the window condition, right? Now let's try to run this particular part of the query and see if we are getting any output. So you see here, after writing this over clause here, we are still getting some output, right? So if you see here in this particular desired output, this is the running sum and this 61.1 is the total weight of all the cats present in the input data set, right? And in the query that we have written here, select name comma sum of weight without giving any condition, it is showing me 61.1 across every set of row, right? Why it is happening? That's the another question. Because if we are not specified any of the window condition, by default it will take the range of values as entire data set. That means for every row it will take the range as all the row above it, current row and all the row below it. That's why even if we have not specifying any condition, it is able to give us the output by considering the entire data set. So that's why if I am calculating the average weight, running weight for ashes, it will take entire weight divided by the total number of rows and giving me the output as sum. But this is not the desired output, right? Because we are interested in finding the running total weight. And the condition that is given is we wanted to have our cats ordered by name. So that means we wanted to find this sum of the weight if these cats are ordered alphabetically. So that means we will specify order by name here, and we don't need to specify any ascending descending because by default it will take ascending, and in question it is not explicitly said like we want to do descending or something. So that's why we are not doing descending or ascending here. And now let's try to run the query and see if we are getting the desired output. So if you see, our answer is accepted. Why? Because we are specifying window condition here, which is asked in the question, that cat must be ordered by name. That's why in the window condition in the over clause, we have specified order by name. And by default, if we are not specified any preceding and following here, it will take into consideration unbounded proceeding and the current row. That's why you see, if I show you the output again, um, just to show you. So before specifying any condition, it is taking into consideration the entire data set. But after specifying the window condition of order by, the default behavior would be for this Charlie, it will take into consideration all the row above it. That is range between unbounded proceeding and the current row. This is the default behavior. That's why when you put the order by, it is calculating it like, say, if I show you the actual data set just to explain this concept again. Order by name, and this concept is very important. Uh, so if you see this data set, when we do that's the same condition of sum of weight over order by weight, order by name, what it will do for, say we want to calculate running total weight for Felix, what it will do, it will take into consideration all the row above it and the current row. Similarly for Molly, it will take all the row above it and the current row. That's why we are getting the running sum, right? So that's the solution of this question would be sum of weight. And as we wanted to specify the window condition, so we will put the over clause. And as asked in the question, we wanted to find the running total weight based on the condition that cats are ordered by name. So that would be the final answer of this question. Any question in this particular part? So should I go ahead with the next question, Ankur or Vaishnavi?
Yeah, I think people were also able to solve, and you explained very beautifully. Let's move to the next question.
Okay. So this question would be again similar to the previous one, but here we are going to use another concept which we have discussed before. So now let's try to first understand the question and you guys will try to solve. So here in this question, it is said like the same cat problem and the elevator problem. So here like there is another thing added, that is breed. Now we will have breed as well as different names of the cat, and there is one elevator, right? So now we wanted to first order the cats by breed and then by the name. So for example, if we have one breed as British short hair, so I will first categorize the group the cat based on the British short hair and then based on the naming, and then I will ask them to enter the elevator one by one and then find the running total weight. So the condition would be I wanted to first sort the data based on the British short hair and then on the name, and then I will ask them to go to the elevator one by one, and then I will calculate the running total weight. Before it is asked to only find the running total weight based on the condition that order by name, but here we are saying like we wanted to find the running total weight first by breed and second by name. So we would like to know what the running total weights of the cat is. So let's try to solve the question and then we will go to the solution part.
Yeah, please try solving it. We will wait for 1 and 2 minutes. And as we are already near to our time, this will be our last question. We have planned to solve most of the questions from this website, but we were not able to do in 1 hour. So we will just end it and we will try to solve in the next sessions. So this will be our last questions. Try solving it. I think somebody has also tried. And yeah, Nisa, I think we can proceed now. You can show
Okay.
your solution and how you approach your
Okay.
problem.
Okay. So here, the one condition that is very important, like is we would like to know what the running total weight of the cats is, and the main condition is when all the cats of the same breed have entered, they leave. So that is a main important condition here, because previously the this condition is not present, and we are entering all the cat one by one based on their alphabetical ordering, right? So the previous solution look like was name, and then we were doing say let add breed as well, and then we were doing sum of weight, and then we were doing this order by, and then say over, and then we were doing order by name. So that was our previous solution, right? But here they have said like, say I have five cats of one breed. I am asking them to go to the elevator one by one, and when all of them enter, I'm asking them to leave. So that means for another breed, my total weight, running total weight, will be again counted from that scratch, right? So that means this question is asking us to group the cats based on some column condition, right? Which is in our case would be breed. So that for applying the group by thing, we have the concept of partition by here, which we have already discussed. So that means we will write partition by breed as asked in the question, right? So this partition by breed will solve this particular condition. When all the cats of same breed enter, they leave, right? The second condition they have asked us, the cat must be ordered first by breed and second by name. That means we are not asking all of the breed cat to go one by one based on some random ordering. We want to have some order. First by breed, that means this, and second by name, right? Again, they have not asked us to put descending or something, so we are going ahead with the default ordering, right? So, and also they are asking us to rename this alias this as running total weight. So we are aliasing this column. So now the output would look like name, breed, and again we are calculating running total. We are grouping the data based on breed and then also ordering by based on the two conditions they have specified. And now let's try to see the output. So this solution is again accepted because we are able to satisfy both the conditions that is asked in the question. So that's again concept like when to apply the partition by and when not. So that is again very important concept. Like this is not always required to put the partition by. This will again depending upon a real time use case. If we wanted to apply some aggregation analytical function over some partition condition, or we just wanted to sort it and then apply the condition. So based on the input, we will decide if we want to group it or not. So that's all from my side for today. Yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute. I was talking. So I think Nisa, you explained very beautifully the second questions also. So yeah, and many were able to solve it, and we are very happy. We are noted down the name. We will just to try to solve more questions in upcoming sessions, and we will end our broadcast now, and we will try end our sessions now. Sorry, we cannot cover most more problems because it's given constraint of time. It's only 1 hour, but please let us know how was the session. So please go to my YouTube channels. I am opening one poll, and please let us know how was the session. Okay,
Yeah. And this session take long because we
just
also
wait for
explain the
1 minute.
concept. Yeah. So
Okay,
Shravani is asking like
so
what will
I've
be the
created
topic
one
for
poll.
next.
You will able to check that thing. Please vote, and please let us know. Go to my YouTube channel, The Big Data Show, where I have created the poll, and you will able to see. Yeah, thank you for the great response. This poll will still remain open. You can always vote it. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Nissan. Thank you, Vaishnu, for your times. You people are giving time on uh, Saturday and weekends. We really appreciate your times and your dedication. Thank you, everyone. We will end these sessions, and let's meet in the next week, and we will try to solve more questions. Okay, and stay connected. Follow us on LinkedIn, and we will let us know when will be the next sessions on which particular times. But it's going to happen on weekend. Weekend includes Friday nights and Saturday and Sunday, or we will have the sessions. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.